In this video, we'll be covering more on graphing equations, more specifically about horizontal and vertical lines. We have that y equals to 2 and y equals to negative 3. These equations are not part of the familiar y equals mx plus b format. That b is missing, but it's not essentially missing. We can just say that b is equal to 0 at whatever number that we get for m, whether if it's undefined or if it's 0, that is what the slope will be. So we're just essentially using this information for the y equals 2 and y equals negative 3. This is a fun acronym we can use. HOY VUX. Where the H stands for horizontal, the 0 is essentially 0, and this is for any y equals function. So we're going to have a horizontal line. If we have y equals 2, we locate where the 2 is on the y-axis, which is here, and we know that it's a horizontal line, so we're just essentially going to be drawing a horizontal line at 2 on the y-axis. The same thing will be done with the y equals negative 3. Negative 3 is part of the y equals function because there's no other activity besides the y equals negative 3, and it's a horizontal line. Locate where the negative 3 is. It's negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. And then we graph the line. So this is y equals negative 3. The classifications for the next type of functions are the x equals 3 and the x equals negative 1. So these values are all pertaining to the x equals function. So according to VUX, the v is the vertical. The u is undefined, so therefore the slope is going to be undefined when we graph vertical lines. And these partake to any x equals function. So if we have x equals 3, locate 3 on the x-axis and make your vertical line. Here's 1, 2, 3. And we make a vertical line. The same thing will be done with the x equals negative 1. So locate where negative 1 is on the x and y coordinate plane. There's negative 1, and we make the line. The purple lines on the coordinate grid are vertical, so therefore they are undefined in terms of their slope. And for the green functions, y equals 2 and y equals negative 3, it's this line and that line. Those are horizontal lines, so therefore they have 0 slope.